I'm going to make another statement that I think your favorite find that you found on that 26 is right there. I love it, mate. I love that positivity, right? Let's dig some good stuff up. Let's see what it's got there. You go, yeah, get in there, my son, that sounds really good. Buried riches, secret tunnels, lost history. Oak Island has been pulling people in for over 200 years. Some came looking for gold, others for answers. No one has solved the puzzle, but one thing's clear, the island isn't giving up its secrets easily. Now, all eyes are on Lot 26. This patch of land might not look like much, but it has connections to Samuel Ball, a man who went from a humble cabbage farmer to an unusually wealthy landowner. Some say he found part of the treasure, others think he knew something no one else did. And just recently, something was pulled from the ground, a small piece of silver, just enough to raise one big question: are we getting closer to the truth, discovery of silver artifacts? A sharp beep cuts through the quiet. The metal detector has found something the team on Lot 26 knows better than to get their hopes up too soon. Oak Island has thrown plenty of false leads before, but this signal is different, strong, clear, the kind that makes even the most experienced treasure hunters pause. They dig, the first few scoops bring nothing but dirt and small rocks, but then something glints in the sunlight. It's small, worn, and caked in mud. A closer look reveals its shape, a curved, delicate edge, smoothed by time. Someone wipes it clean, and just like that, there's no doubt, silver, a fragment of an old spoon. At first glance, it might not seem like much. It's not a gold coin or a treasure chest overflowing with jewels, but to the Oak Island team, it could be far more important than that. This isn't just a random object lost in the dirt, it's a clue, one that could help connect the dots between history and the island's greatest mystery. In the past, silver wasn't just used for decoration, it was a sign of wealth and power. The rich didn't just collect silver, they used it every day. Spoons like this weren't disposable utensils, they belonged to people who could afford luxuries that most couldn't, and in the late 1700s or early 1800s, when much of Oak Island's history was unfolding, silver wasn't just about showing status, it was a valuable asset, sometimes even used as currency. So what's a silver spoon fragment doing buried in Lot 26? This is where things get interesting. Lot 26 belonged to Samuel Ball, a man who arrived on the island as a poor farmer but somehow became one of its wealthiest landowners. His sudden rise in fortune has always raised questions. Did he really make his money just by farming, or did he find something or take part in something that changed his life forever? The fact that it was buried so close to the Ball property is already suspicious, but silver spoons weren't exactly common among everyday workers. If this belonged to Samuel Ball, it could be a sign that he had access to things most farmers wouldn't. Then there's the possibility that the spoon isn't connected to Ball at all but to something bigger, a hidden stash of wealth, broken apart and spread out across Lot 26. Some treasure hunters believe that before valuable metals were hidden, they were sometimes cut down into smaller pieces. This made them easier to trade or easier to hide. And here's another twist, this is only the first find. The metal detector is still picking up signals. If one piece of silver is here, could there be more? What if this is just the edge of something much larger? Finding silver is one thing, but proving where it came from is another. That's where testing comes in. The team knows they need to analyze the metal to get real answers. If the silver contains certain trace elements, it could tell them where and when it was made. British silverware, for example, often carried hallmarks, small stamped symbols identifying the maker, the date, and the place of origin. If a hallmark is found on this fragment, it could prove whether the spoon was made in England, North America, or somewhere else entirely. But what if there's no hallmark? That could suggest something even more mysterious. Many unmarked silver items were privately made or used in situations where tracking their origin wasn't important, like among pirates, smugglers, or secretive groups moving wealth in the shadows. One small fragment of silver has opened a flood of questions. The only way to get answers is to keep digging. Literally, the team decided to expand the search area, marking every strong signal from the metal detector. The goal is clear: find more silver, find more evidence, and find out if Lot 26 holds more than just rumors. There's a faint design on the surface, something that wasn't visible at first glance but is now clearly emerging. There's some sort of design on this one, Gary observes, his voice tinged with intrigue. He flips the coin again, trying to make out any legible markings. Marty's eyes narrow as he examines the coin. Could this be a Roman coin? He wonders aloud, his voice filled with both excitement and skepticism. It's a theory that's been gaining traction in recent months. Could Oak Island, the site of so many unanswered questions, actually be hiding relics from a civilization that predates European explorers by centuries? The possibility of Roman coins on Oak Island would be nothing short of extraordinary. Gary holds the coin carefully, turning it in the light as if trying to coax out more details. It could be, he says, his tone cautious but hopeful. We need to get a closer look, see what the experts say. But this definitely looks ancient. The discovery sends ripples of excitement through the team. The coins they found so far have been puzzling enough: Spanish, English, and even coins from the 16th century, but a Roman coin would change everything. It would suggest that the history of Oak Island stretches far beyond what anyone had imagined, possibly connecting it to the ancient world in ways they hadn't even considered. The weight of the question hangs over them. With each new find, they are forced to reconsider everything they thought they knew about Oak Island's history. Who could have brought Roman coins here, and why? Theories are swirling. The team is aware that what they've uncovered so far is just a small piece of a much larger puzzle. They know they need more answers, but every new clue raises even more questions. The excitement is palpable as they carefully back and tag the coin, marking it for further analysis. The day is still young, and the team can feel that something big is on the horizon. They can't help but wonder, could this be the breakthrough they've been waiting for, or is it just another clue in an ever-deepening mystery that may never be solved? Only time will tell, but for now, they're one step closer to finding out. Bringing in the expert, the team is buzzing with anticipation as they prepare to meet Sandy Campbell, a numismatist with over 40 years of experience studying ancient coins. Marty, ever the strategist, knows they need an expert to verify their recent finds and hopefully provide some clarity. We need Sandy Campbell, an expert in ancient coins. He's seen it all, Marty says, the urgency in his voice clear. The team has dug up too many strange coins to simply guess their origins, they need facts. Sandy arrives at the interpretive center, a well-worn smile on his face and a set of tools ready for inspection. He's a familiar face to the team, having helped with past discoveries. As he takes the coins in hand, his sharp eyes immediately begin to analyze the intricate details. The first coin is placed under the magnifying glass, and Sandy's expression shifts. This design goes back to the 1500s, he says, nodding slightly as he examines the markings. It's from the British Tudor period. That's a portcullis. The portcullis, a medieval symbol of strength and security, immediately connects the coin to the reign of the Tudor monarchs in England. This would be the second Tudor coin found on the island in recent years. It's another piece to the puzzle, confirming that European explorers or treasure hunters were likely active on Oak Island during the 16th century. Rick, eager for more insight, asks, and the other coin? Sandy Sammy looks at the second coin, this one with a more worn, aged appearance. He runs his fingers lightly over the surface, inspecting it from every angle. This one is Roman, he says with certainty, likely from 100 to 300 AD. Yet, Sandy's expertise leaves little room for doubt. But what do these ancient pieces mean in the context of Oak Island's mystery? Sandy's analysis leaves everyone in the room with more questions than answers. How could a Roman coin end up on a small island off the coast of Nova Scotia, and why are they finding these coins now? We got another one. That's a coin. Look, it is a coin. All right, another coin. Look at that. Is it the same as the other ones? I don't see anything on it, but it's about the same size. Oak Island has been a source of fascination for over 200 years, drawing treasure hunters, archaeologists, and historians from around the world. The mystery, a hidden treasure buried deep in the island's core, surrounded by strange markings and artifacts. This year, the team has uncovered something that might change everything: a series of rare, ancient coins found on Lot 5. These coins date back hundreds, possibly thousands, of years, some possibly from the Roman Empire itself. The discovery is baffling. What are these coins doing here, and who brought them? With over 100 documented excavations and no clear answers, could this be the breakthrough that finally cracks the Oak Island enigma? The hunt is on, and the stakes have never been higher. Reigniting hope, the sun rises over Oak Island, casting long shadows across the dense trees and rocky coastline. The air is thick with anticipation as the team gathers once again, ready to face another year of searching. It's been a long road of years of digging, testing theories, and finding little more than dead ends, but there's something different this time, something in the air. Marty looks around at the team and breaks the silence with a simple question: how does everyone feel about being back? The question hangs there for a moment, and in that pause, you can feel the weight of the past years pressing down on them. The island has a way of wearing you down, testing your resolve. But then Jack speaks up, his eyes bright with a spark of hope. "I feel like we're about to find the treasure this year," Jack says, the excitement in his voice clear. His words hang in the air like a promise of something extraordinary, just out of reach. It's the kind of optimism that the team hasn't felt in a while. Rick, ever the realist, chuckles and adds, "Let's have some optimism." Jack, his tone light, but the underlying truth is clear: they've been here before, they felt the rush of hope only to be met with disappointment. Yet this year, there's a shift, a new energy. The camera pulls back as the team walks toward the equipment and makeshift operations center, their conversation flowing into plans and strategies. Marty looks determined. "We have to give it everything we've got this year because I believe we are closer than ever before," he says, his voice full of conviction. He knows the odds and he knows the island's history of playing hard to get. But something in this moment feels different. There's a quiet confidence in his words that hadn't been there in previous seasons. After a year of fruitless searches and near misses, the team is back with a renewed sense of purpose. They've uncovered more evidence, pieced together new clues, and perhaps most importantly, kept the dream alive. They're not just here for treasure anymore, they're here for answers. The promise of a breakthrough is just within reach.